Every single year, more than 1,500 earthquakes shake this land. Some are mere whispers beneath the soil, others fierce roars that can bring cities to a standstill. This is a place where the ground itself is alive, constantly shifting, reminding its people that nothing is permanent. And yet, from this volatile earth has risen one of the strongest, most resilient societies on the planet. A place where nature's fury collides with human courage. And somehow, the result is breathtaking beauty. This is Japan. From the iconic, snow-capped crown of Mount Fuji, standing like a silent guardian over the land, to the stillness of ancient cedar forests, where some trees have stood for over 1,000 years. Japan is shaped day after day by the raw forces of nature. Typhoons, tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes. Here, survival has never been a given. And yet, the Japanese people have mastered the art of thriving in the face of uncertainty. Walk through its streets and you'll see it, the seamless blend of worlds that seem like they should never meet. Towering glass skyscrapers rise beside centuries-old temples. Bullet trains glide past rice paddies that have been farmed by generations. Neon-lit alleys pulse with life, just steps away from gardens so tranquil you can hear the sound of a single falling leaf. Japan is a country of contrasts, of power and peace, fragility and strength. The same earth that can tear cities apart is also the one that nourishes delicate cherry blossoms each spring. And in that balance, you find the true spirit of Japan. The ability to honor the past while embracing the future, to endure storms yet keep creating moments of quiet beauty. It's not just about technology or tradition. It's about resilience woven into every part of life here. A culture that has turned rebuilding into an art form. A nation that stands tall, time after time, no matter how hard the ground beneath it shakes. And maybe that's why Japan doesn't just capture your eyes, it captures your soul. Because this is more than a country. It's a living, breathing story of survival, adaptation, and grace. So stay with me, because the story of Japan is not just the calm after the storm. It's the storm, the calm, and everything in between. Tokyo. Over 4 centuries ago, this place was nothing more than a quiet fishing village known as Edo. A cluster of wooden houses, narrow dirt paths, and the scent of the sea in the air. Few could have imagined that this humble settlement would one day become one of the largest and most influential cities on Earth. Everything changed in 1603 when Tokugawa Ieyasu, the founder of the Tokugawa shogunate, chose Edo as the seat of his power. With that decision, the village began its transformation. People from every corner of Japan streamed in, merchants, craftsmen, warriors, and the quiet harbor grew into a bustling hub. By the 1700s, Edo's population had swelled to over 1 million residents, making it larger than most European capitals at the time. The streets buzzed with activity, markets overflowed with goods, theaters staged elaborate performances, and waterways crisscrossed the city like veins of trade and culture. In 1868, the emperor moved the imperial court from Kyoto to Edo, giving the city a new name, Tokyo, meaning Eastern Capital. That moment marked the birth of modern Japan's political and cultural heart. But Tokyo's journey has never been easy. It has endured devastating earthquakes, raging fires, and the destruction of war. Entire districts were reduced to ashes. Yet, time and time again, the city rebuilt itself, stronger and more vibrant than before. Today, Tokyo is a living tapestry of contrasts. Ancient temples rest in the shadow of glass skyscrapers. Peaceful gardens offer an escape from neon-lit streets. In one moment, you could be standing in a centuries-old shrine. In the next, you're on a high-speed train gliding toward the future. This is not just a large city. It's a place of layers, where every street corner holds a story, every neighborhood a different rhythm. Tokyo is a testament to human resilience, reinvention, and the magic that happens when tradition and innovation live side by side. Hakone Shrine. On the misty shores of Lake Ashi, surrounded by ancient forests, where the wind carries whispers from centuries past, stands one of Japan's most enchanting spiritual landmarks, Hakone Shrine. Here, nature and legend are inseparable, and every step you take feels like walking deeper into a living story. Founded over 1,200 years ago, in 757 CE, this sacred site has watched over the region through war, peace, and the quiet passage of time. But its story begins high above, on the summit of Mount Hakone, where the shrine was first built to honor the mountain's powerful deities. It wasn't until 1667 that it was moved to its current lakeside location, where its beauty and spiritual presence could be felt by all who arrived by boat or foot. Hakone Shrine is dedicated to several important Shinto deities, among them Ninigi no Mikoto, the grandson of the sun goddess Amaterasu, and Konohana Sakuya Hime, the delicate yet powerful goddess of Mount Fuji. These divine connections tie the shrine to the very heart of Japan's mythology, making it not only a place of prayer, but a bridge between the human world and the gods. But perhaps the most iconic image of Hakone Shrine is its towering vermilion torii gate, known as the Torii of Peace, which stands proudly in the waters of Lake Ashi. At sunrise, the gate glows against the glassy lake. At sunset, its reflection dances on the surface, sometimes framed by the distant silhouette of Mount Fuji, a view so striking it has become one of Japan's most photographed scenes. Yet beauty here is more than skin deep. The shrine is deeply tied to the legend of Mangen Shonin, a devout monk who, according to ancient tales, subdued a fearsome nine-headed dragon that once lived in the depths of Lake Ashi. Mangen did not destroy the dragon. Instead, he converted it into a protective spirit of the lake, vowing that it would safeguard the people of Hakone for eternity. That legend still lives on today. Every year, on July 31st, the shrine holds a vibrant ceremony honoring the dragon god Kuzuryu, a ritual meant to ensure peace, safety, and prosperity for the people. Lanterns float on the water, priests chant ancient prayers, and the lake seems to shimmer with the presence of something far older than memory. Hakone Shrine is more than a place to visit. It's a place to feel. To stand at the water's edge beneath its great torii is to feel the weight of centuries, the hum of unseen forces, and the quiet truth that some places hold magic you can't explain. Only experience. Jigokudani Monkey Park. Did you know there's a place where monkeys soak in hot springs, just like humans do? Hidden deep in the mountains of Japan lies Jigokudani, or Hell Valley, a name inspired not by fire, but by the clouds of steam that rise from the frozen earth in winter. Here, amidst the snow-covered rocks and icy winds, a rare and heartwarming sight unfolds. Wild Japanese macaques, better known as snow monkeys, lowering themselves into steaming pools, eyes half closed in bliss as they warm their bodies against the bitter cold. But this unique behavior didn't begin overnight. Back in the 1950s, human development forced these mountain-dwelling monkeys from their original habitat. Seeking warmth and survival, they descended into this valley and discovered the hot springs. What began as necessity became tradition, a ritual passed from generation to generation. Today, even in the harshest conditions, heavy snowfalls, freezing winds, and rugged terrain, they thrive. Hundreds of them gather here each winter, their fur glowing in the steam, their red faces framed by swirling mist. Since the park's founding in 1964, Jigokudani Monkey Park has been more than just a tourist destination. It's a living laboratory where scientists have spent decades observing and documenting the macaque's behavior, unlocking insights into both animal intelligence and adaptation. Reaching the park is an adventure in itself, accessible only by a narrow, winding footpath through a silent forest. The reward? A rare glimpse into a world where nature, resilience, and serenity come together in the most unexpected of ways. Mount Fuji. You've probably seen it before, on postcards, in travel magazines, or glowing in the background of a movie scene. That perfect snow-capped cone rising gracefully above the clouds. But here's something you might not know. Mount Fuji isn't just beautiful. It's one of Japan's most dangerous active volcanoes. Its last eruption was in 1707, more than 300 years ago. But scientists warn it could awaken again. And when it does, the results could be catastrophic. Still, this looming giant stands in serene silence, as if holding its breath. At 3,776 meters tall, Mount Fuji is the highest peak in Japan. So immense, so perfectly shaped, you can spot it from Tokyo on a clear day, even though it's about 100 kilometers away. But this isn't just a mountain. For centuries, it has been a sacred symbol, one of Japan's 3 holy mountains, and a source of deep spiritual power. Pilgrims once trekked its slopes seeking blessings. Poets and artists have immortalized its silhouette in countless works. Some ancient beliefs even claimed gods lived within its heart. At its base, you'll find shrines like Fujisan Hongu Sengen Taisha, built to honor the mountain, and in the eyes of the faithful, keep it calm. But the mountain's history also carries traditions that feel surprising today. Until 1872, women were forbidden to climb to the summit. The reason? People feared their presence might disturb the mountain's sacred purity. For centuries, only men could stand on its peak. That all changed when the Japanese government overturned the rule, opening the path to everyone. Today, climbers from all over the globe ascend Fuji's trails, braving the thin air and chilly winds just to witness something magical: the sunrise from the roof of Japan, where the first light of day spills across the horizon in a blaze of gold. So the next time you see Mount Fuji in a picture, remember, it's not just a postcard image. It's a living, breathing giant, steeped in legend, power, and history. Before we continue our journey, let's see how much you know about Japan. Quick question: which flower is considered Japan's most famous? Drop your answer in the comments below. Shirakawa-go. Hidden deep within the mountains of Japan lies a village so untouched by time, it feels like stepping straight into the pages of a fairy tale. This is Shirakawa-go, where history, culture, and nature intertwine in a way that feels almost magical. Nestled beneath the towering Hakkasan Mountain in Gifu Prefecture, Shirakawa-go has stood for over 3 centuries. What makes it truly unique is its distinctive Gasho-zukuri architecture, houses with steep, thatched roofs built entirely without nails. These roofs, shaped like hands clasped in prayer, are more than just practical. They are a symbol, a quiet reflection of the villagers' deep respect for nature and their unity as a community. Designed to endure some of the heaviest snowfalls in Japan, these homes have sheltered generations through harsh winters. And when the snow comes, Shirakawa-go transforms. The rooftops become frosted white, smoke curls gently from chimneys, and warm light spills from the windows, glowing against the cold night. It's a scene so beautiful, it feels as though you've wandered into a living painting. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the village is not just preserved for its beauty, but for the way it embodies Japan's enduring traditions. Here, life moves at a slower pace. The sound of a river flowing through the valley, the crunch of snow beneath your feet, the scent of wood smoke in the air, each moment draws you deeper into its timeless charm. A visit to Shirakawa-go isn't just a journey into Japan's past. It's an invitation to experience harmony, resilience, and the quiet magic of a community living in balance with the land. And once you've seen it, you'll carry a piece of that serenity with you forever. Kiyomizu-dera Temple, in the heart of Kyoto, surrounded by maple-covered hills and whispering pines, stands a temple where time seems to move differently. This is Kiyomizu-dera, a sanctuary of serenity whose history stretches back over 1,200 years. Founded in 778 by the priest Enshin Shonin, the temple was built beside the sacred Otowa Spring, whose clear waters are said to grant health, longevity, and wisdom. Its name, Kiyomizu, literally means pure water temple. One of the most astonishing things about Kiyomizu-dera is its construction. The main hall, with its sweeping wooden stage that juts dramatically over the hillside, was built without the use of a single nail. In 1633, under the orders of Tokugawa Iemitsu, the third shogun of the Tokugawa shogunate, the temple was reconstructed into the iconic form we see today, a feat of craftsmanship and devotion that has endured for centuries. But Kiyomizu-dera is not just about architecture. Tucked within its grounds lies the Jishu Shrine, dedicated to the deity of love and matchmaking. Here, visitors take part in a charming and challenging ritual. Walking between 2 sacred love stones with eyes closed. Succeed, and legend says you will find true love. Fail, and, well, perhaps love will take the scenic route to find you. Every corner of the temple holds a story, from the sound of water trickling from the Ottawa waterfall to the sweeping view of Kyoto City, framed by cherry blossoms in spring or fiery leaves in autumn. It is a place where wishes are whispered into the wind, where hopes are tied to wooden prayer plaques, and where the past feels as alive as the present. Kiyomizu-dera is more than a landmark. It is a place of dreams, devotion, and timeless beauty. A reminder that some treasures are not measured in gold, but in the quiet moments they leave in your heart. Itsukushima Shrine. Off the coast of Hiroshima Prefecture lies an island so sacred that, for centuries, no one was allowed to be born and no one was allowed to die upon its shores. This is Miyajima, home to the awe-inspiring Itsukushima Shrine, a place where earth, sea, and spirit merge into something truly timeless. The shrine is most famous for its breathtaking floating torii gate, a towering vermilion structure that rises out of the water at high tide, appearing to drift effortlessly on the sea. But its beauty is more than an illusion. For over 1,400 years, the shrine has stood as a masterpiece of harmony, blending seamlessly with the surrounding mountains, forests, and waves. Miyajima itself is considered sacred in the Shinto faith, dedicated to the three daughters of the storm god Susanoo no Mikoto. The island is regarded not just as holy ground, but as a living deity. In the past, its purity was so strictly guarded that no permanent residents were allowed. Visitors could only approach the shrine by boat, passing beneath the great torii as part of their spiritual journey. The shrine's origins date back to the 6th century, but its iconic form was shaped in the 12th century by Taira no Kiyomori, a powerful samurai and nobleman. Built on stilts over the water, Itsukushima Shrine seems to float with the tides, as if it belongs as much to the sea as it does to the land. When the sun sets and the tide rises, the scene transforms into something magical. Lanterns flicker, the waves lap softly against the wooden pillars, and the torii stands in silhouette against a sky awash with gold and crimson. It's more than a view. It's a moment that feels eternal. Itsukushima Shrine is not just a place to see, it's a place to feel. A reminder that some spaces are so sacred. They don't just belong to history, they belong to the soul. Otaru, just 25 minutes from Sapporo, there's a place where time seems to slow down, and maybe even run backward. This is Otaru, a small port city that feels like stepping straight into a nostalgic postcard from Japan's past. Once the beating heart of Ishikari Bay's trade, Otaru was a gateway between Japan and the rest of the world, especially during its thriving years of commerce with the United States and the United Kingdom. In fact, history was made here. In 1880, the very first railway in all of Hokkaido began its journey, linking Otaru to Sapporo and bringing new life, goods, and opportunities to this coastal hub. Walking through Otaru today, you can still see whispers of that golden age. Old stone buildings, built by skilled craftsmen over a century ago, stand proudly along the streets. Many have been lovingly preserved and transformed into charming cafes, boutiques, and artisan shops, each one carrying the warmth of a bygone era. One of the most iconic sights is the Otaru Canal. Once bustling with cargo ships, it is now lined with historic warehouses whose brick and stone walls seem to glow in the soft afternoon light. At dusk, the old-fashioned gas lamps flicker to life, casting a warm golden shimmer over the water. The air feels still, almost as if the past is leaning in to watch the present. Even the name Otaru carries history. It's believed to come from the Ainu language, meaning river running through the sandy beach, a poetic nod to the land's first people and the natural beauty that shaped it. And of course, no visit is complete without indulging in Otaru's legendary seafood. From glistening sashimi so fresh it seems to melt on your tongue, to steaming bowls of crab soup, the flavors here are as authentic as the stories that built this town. Throughout the year, Otaru transforms with the seasons, from sparkling winter snow festivals to vibrant summer celebrations that fill the streets with music, lanterns, and laughter. Each visit feels different, yet somehow timeless. So tell me, would you add Otaru to your travel bucket list? Drop a 1 if you've already wandered its nostalgic streets, or a 2 if you're still dreaming of the day you will. Koyasan, high atop a mist-shrouded mountain, hidden beneath a canopy of ancient cedar forests, lies a sacred realm where time itself seems to hold its breath. This is Koyasan, the spiritual heart of Shingon Buddhism, and a sanctuary that has stood for more than 1,200 years. This isn't just a place on a map. It's the end of a journey, the final destination for countless pilgrims who climb these winding paths in search of peace that stretches beyond this life. The air here feels different, quieter, heavier with meaning, as though every breeze carries the whispered prayers of centuries. The journey begins at the Diamond Gate, a towering wooden sentinel that marks your entrance into a hidden world. Beyond it, stone paths wind through moss-covered graveyards and towering cedars, leading you to Okinon, the resting place of Kobo Daishi, the revered founder of Shingon Buddhism. Legend says he has not passed away, but sits in eternal meditation, awaiting the day when the Buddha of the future will appear. Here, over 200,000 tombstones and memorials stand like silent guardians, each telling a story of devotion, enlightenment, and eternity. Lanterns cast a warm glow through the mist, turning the forest into something that feels both otherworldly and deeply comforting. But Koyasan is more than just a place to visit. It's a place to live. You can spend the night in a temple lodging, waking to the sound of the temple bell, eating simple yet exquisite Shojin Ryori, Buddhist vegetarian cuisine, and joining monks in their morning chants. The world outside feels far away here, replaced by a rhythm of life that asks nothing more than for you to be present. In a chaotic, restless modern world, Koyasan stands as a rare reminder that true peace still exists, but only for those willing to slow down, breathe deeply, and listen to the quiet truths hidden in the silence. So come, step with me into this sacred mountain, one stone path at a time, into a world that feels beyond the edge of our own. Chireito Pagoda. There's a place in Japan where 3 of the country's most iconic symbols, Mount Fuji, delicate cherry blossoms, and a towering 5-story pagoda, come together in a single, unforgettable view. It's the kind of scene that looks too perfect to be real, like a dream brought to life. This is Chireito Pagoda, a hidden gem tucked into the mountainside of Fujiyoshida City. Built in 1963 as a peace memorial, its bright red form rises elegantly into the sky, each of its 5 wooden tiers stacked with timeless grace, reaching about 25 meters high. To stand before it, you first climb 398 stone steps, a path framed by green maple trees and the gentle hush of mountain air. In spring, the climb feels like walking through a soft pink tunnel as cherry blossoms bloom in clouds along the way. In autumn, the scene transforms again. Fiery reds and golden yellows wrap the pagoda in warm, glowing colors. At the summit, the reward is more than just the pagoda itself. There, across the horizon, Mount Fuji rises in the distance, calm, snow-capped, and majestic, as though watching over the land below. It's a view so perfect, it has graced postcards, calendars, and countless photographs, yet still feels breathtaking when you see it with your own eyes. Visitors come here not only for the picture-perfect shot, but for the peace it offers. To breathe in the crisp mountain air, to pause and feel time slow down. Chirrado Pagoda is more than a destination. It's a frame where nature, history, and beauty meet in perfect harmony.